Hi, the purpose of this video is to remind you how to use spreadsheets with formulas and make the computer do math for you, which is super, super handy. Okay, so I have set up my spreadsheet here so far with just columns. So I've titled my columns to say what I plan to do, and now I need to start filling them with data. So let's say this is going to be my independent variable. And let's say that I intend on changing my independent variable by 1 every trial. So rather than type all those numbers, I'm going to type in 1 and drag this down, and it will just do that for you. But if I wanted to actually go back and do something better, I can start the pattern for it. And now once the pattern is started, it'll fill in a ton of numbers for me. So what I did there, show that again, highlight the 2 numbers to start the pattern, click on this little square in the corner, and drag that down. All right, now, once I'm doing my experiment and changing my independent variable, I'm going to measure my dependent variable. And let's say that the pattern I notice there, or the pattern I'm getting in my measurements, is that they are always even numbers increasing by 2. So I can set up that pattern and do the same thing, and it'll take that pattern and repeat it all the way up there. All right, so now I've got my columns, column A, column B, the columns I want to do math on. In column C, I want to calculate the sum of those 2 numbers. So I'm going to start my formula with an equal sign. And then I'm going to click on the first thing I want to do, which is in cell A2. So it populates that with A2. I want to use the plus sign for sum. Click on the second one, enter. And again, I want to make the computer do the math for me. So I'm going to highlight that and use this drag tool down again. And it will continue that all the way down. So now even when I click on here, I look up here, it tells me that's A21 plus B21. So it took that formula and copied it down through all of those. So now I have the sum of those 2 columns. I can do the same thing for the difference. I can do A2 minus B2. And notice how as I start typing things in, it'll highlight the cells that I'm typing in so I can make sure I'm doing the right thing. It'll also preview the answer for me here. And then I can do that. Well, just like I predicted, I would get negative numbers because B is bigger than A. Product, if I want to do multiplication, notice it's a little bit different here. I have to use the star, which is Shift 8 for multiplication. And that will get me that. And then for quotient, if I want to divide, always start with the equal sign, and that will give this a / for division. Make the computer do math for me. There you go. Lots of things. Whoa, that wasn't what I expected. Or is it? Are all of these really that? It seems like they have a ratio, a constant ratio for all of those. That would prompt me to get my analysis brain start thinking there. Okay, other common problems that come up, if for some reason you put in your units here, like 1 meter, then you'll get something like that. It's an error because the computer can't read that letter. So we just want 1 with no units. Now the computer can read the numbers and can do the math that we told it to do. Okay, that is our really, really basic how to use spreadsheets with formulas. Let me know if that was helpful or if you have any suggestions for next time. Thanks.